Hello friends, today we will discuss the skeletal system of our body. Without bone, it is shapeless and very difficult to move from one place to another place. A skeletal system provides the framework of the body and muscular system provides the movements of the body. Human skeletal system consists of 206 bones in adult, but in childhood, in newborn body, it is 300 bones that is fuses to form a 206 bone in adult. It consists of bone and ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. Bone has palleable matrix. Okay, that is called calcium-rich matrix, and cartilage has chondroitin sulfate matrix. Bone to bone, there is a skeletal system consists of axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton in the center of our body. It consists of a skull and 12 pair of ribs and a sternum and vertebral columns. So, this is the diagram of axial skeletons, consists of skulls, ribs, sternum, and vertebral columns. A skull consists of 8 cranial bones that form cranium, that is 8 in numbers, and there is 14 facial bones that form the face of our body, that is 14 numbers. There is one U-shaped bone, that is hyoid bone, and there is 2 ossicles, ear ossicles. One ear ossicle consists of 3 bones. First is malleus, incus, then stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone of the body. There is a foramen magnum through which a spinal cord passes to the brain, and there is 2 occipital condyles that is attached to the atlas of the cervical columns of our body. It provides a spinal cord, provides support to the head, and provides attachment for ribs. These are 3 functions of the vertebral columns. Vertebral column consists of in center there is neural canal through which a spinal cord passes. Vertebral columns have different parts. Upper part is cervical. In cervical region, cervical vertebrae, this is 7 in numbers. Next is thoracic vertebrae, 12 in numbers. Lumbar vertebrae, 5 in numbers. And 1 sacral vertebrae and 1 coccygeal vertebrae. Sacral vertebrae is also called sacrum. This is the diagram of sacrum, and below is the coccygeal vertebrae. And this is the first atlas, cervical vertebra, first cervical vertebra, secondly the axis. There is pivot joints which provides movements of rotations of the neck and nodding movements. There are 12 pair of ribs. First to 7, these are called true ribs because they are directly attached to the sternum of the body. And next is from 8th to 9th and 10th. 8th, 9th, 10th are called false vertebrae because they are not directly attached to the sternum. It is attached to the 7th ribs. So it is called false ribs. And there are 2 floating ribs, that is hyaline, that is 11th and 12th ribs are called floating ribs. They are floating in the, they are not attached to the sternum. The rib cage consists of thoracic vertebrae, ribs, and sternum. It protects the internal of the vital organs of the body, that is lungs and heart. Axial skeletal consists of total 80 bones. This way I have gone through it. That is skull, but ribs. An appendicular skeleton is consist of 126 bones. It consists of upper limb, lower limbs, and girdles. Now we'll discuss the appendicular. Upper limb consists of humerus, this one, then radius side, radial bones, and there is ulna, 5 carpals, and 5 metacarpals, and 14 phalanges. Total 30 bones in the upper limb, this way. And in lower limbs, there is femur, it is the longest bone. Second is tibia, so-called shin bone, fibula, then tarsals, 7 in numbers, and metatarsal 5s, and 14 phalanges. There is one bone on the knee that is called patella. This is also called kneecap. This is anterior side. Then we'll discuss the two girdles. Shoulder girdle, also called pectoral girdles, and the pelvic girdle, also called hip girdle. Pectoral girdle consists of a scapula and second is collarbone, that is called clavicles. A scapula is flat bones. This is a diagram of a scapula, and second is clavicle. Clavicle is also called collarbone. In between a scapula there is glenoid cavity in which head of the humerus is makes articulations, and there is like a structure that is called acromions, and there is a cavity like a structure that is called glenoid cavity through which head of the humerus is articulates. This is acromion clavicles, and there forms the acromioclavicular joints. Now this is a sternum. Now we'll go for pelvic girdle. These all joints makes movements. Pelvic girdle consists of 2 bones, 2 hip bones, and each half of the pelvis consists of 3 bones. That is ilium, 3 parts actually we can say, ilium, ischium, and pubis. At junction they forms acetabulum, through which head of the femur is makes a articular joint, ball and socket joint, that is hip joint. This is the diagram of sacrum, and this is pubic symphysis. Pelvic girdle protects the reproductive organs and the urinary tract of our body. So it is important. Female has wider pelvis than male pelvis because for facilitate childbirth. This is the whole diagram of our body, skeletal system and the muscular systems both. This is joints. Bone to bone there is ligament. A bone to cartilage is tendon. This provides the movements of our body. Now we'll discuss some joints of our body that provides the fulcrum of our lever. Means you can say joints provides the movements. This is 3 types: fibrous joints, this is immovable joints, cartilaginous joints, slightly movable joints, and synovial joint, freely movable joints. Fibrous joints in a skull is called sutures. It is immovable. There is no movements at all, and between the 2 cranial bones we can see this is cartilaginous joints. It is slightly movable. In between the vertebra there is cartilage and joints. Intervertebral joints are cartilaginous joints. And this is the most common is synovial joints. It has different types of synovial joint. It has synovial fluids in the synovial cavity. There is in between two bones. You can say it is freely movable, and this is ball and socket joints at shoulder joints and hip joints. These are the common hinge joints at the elbow and the knee joints. This is hinge joint. This is pivot joints between the atlas and the axis of the cervical vertebra. And this is gliding joints between the carpals. A saddle joint between the thumb and thumb in between the carpal and metacarpals. First metacarpal. This is the whole body of our muscular and skeletal systems. Now we'll discuss some diseases of the disease or disorder. First is myasthenia gravis. It is destruction of neuromuscular junction. It creates weakness and paralysis of the skeletal systems. And next is the muscular dystrophy. It is genetic and it is very rare but very difficult to cope up because patient die in adult. And this is tetany. There is muscle spasm, means wild spasm in the muscles. This is arthritis. It's called inflammation of the joints. Maybe two types, osteoarthritis and rheumatoid. This is osteoporosis. It is in female old age. We see this type of disease, osteoporosis. It is common. There is lower the estrogen hormone that creates this osteoporosis. This is gout due to accumulation of uric acid crystals. This is so we